NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. From the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden in Midtown Manhattan. Tonight, the New York Knicks taking on the Indiana Pacers. The Knicks. Able to win the opening tip, and we're underway here at Madison Square Garden. Possession lies with New York. To Dennis Smith Jr. Screen coming. Shot from the lane won't go. To Oladipo. Nothing going here on that drive. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at three coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Miles Turner trying to cash in on a three-point play. For his career, 78% at the line. Free throw up and good. A three-point play right at the start, and it's 3-0. Smith with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. Here comes the screen. Off the assist.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact. Focusing.
To Dennis Smith Jr. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
I'm hearing some boos from the crowd. They know, just like I know, you're not getting back on D.
Here comes the screen. And the rebound taken down by Randall. Into the front court comes Smith. Down 5. Won't go. Oh, mistake there as the pass stolen by the Knicks. Smith. Missed a wide open look. To Oladipo from long range. They were all over Oladipo. Missed the shot. Missed it. Not much more you can ask for from the defense there.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Screen coming. Deep left corner. Deep 2 there. Won't go. Smith into the front court. 5-point game. It's a big finish.
Just remember an old saying here. You're only as good as your last shot, and your last shot went in, so it's time to get going.
That's out. Last touch by Julius Randle. Mitchell Robbins blocked away.
That one's in the 15th row.
Huge denial. There's the toss. Mitchell Robinson able to recover with the block. Let's see what the Knicks can do here. Gets it in the left corner. Fires the three, knocks it down. Defender has to get there next time. Great.
Forward to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough two than a wide open three.
Smith. Beyond the arc for three. And he can't get it to go down. It's no good. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle. Is key. Smith with it up top. 10-2 the score. To Kevin Knox. Short jumper off the mark.
And as a shooter, this is when you start to second guess your shot. You had three wide open shots that you just can't put through the net, but still keep hunting your shot.
Here's a chance from long range. Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
Smith. Short jumper off the mark. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Julius Randle at the line for a chance at a three-point play. 71% for his career. Free throw up and good as he finishes off the three-point play. The lead is down to 6. To Turner. Oh, Miles Turner. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
I like that aggression early. You never just settle for jumpers. You attack, you attack, you attack. Then when they back off, you'll have room to shoot that, Jay.
Knocked loose. Pacers control. On a pass stolen by the Knicks. Oh, he had it. Off the assist.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Here comes the screen. Kicks it around the perimeter to Oladipo. Turner. Oladipo shot misses. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Julius Randle sends it away.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Shot clock winding down. For 3. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. Payton with the basketball. Down 8. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Gets a look. Can't hit.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
There's nothing the defense could really have done there. That's just a great shot.
It's Indiana basketball. Here comes the screen. Lobs it up. T.J. Warren swats it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
and he buries it.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Here comes the screen. To Oladipo. 5 to shoot for Indiana. Trying to cash in. Shot by Warren misses.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Now a whistle, and Indiana is going to use a timeout as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point ball game.
An effort only fully releases its reward after a person refuses to quit. What I like about this team is that they continue to execute. As a coach, we used to talk about it all the time. I would hear it every single day. Execute, execute, execute. But if you can play with energy and execute, that's the formula for success.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Number 13, Marcus Morris. Into the game for Indiana, number 20.
To Turner. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. His first effort off the mark. Knocked loose. Getting dirty. Loose ball on the deck. Going to launch beyond the arc. It's good. Defense.
Them to take tough twos, you'll probably have a better chance to win this game if you can slow down the pace.
Alonzo Trier to Payton. Layup goes down. Well done.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Pacers with the possession. Oladipo. Screen coming. The drive right to the basket. Layup's good. That's as high percentage as it gets.
I wasn't necessarily sure which way that PNR was going, but I guess neither was the defense. That makes two of us.
Payton into the front court. He'll run the offense. Right down Broadway, 4-2.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
To Turner. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
It's so difficult to block a guy like that with that kind of athleticism and length. Your timing almost has to be perfect, but pretty much there's no stopping him when he's around the rim.
Randall to Alonzo Trier. Slam dunk, Alonzo Trier. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Lets it fly from long range. That's rebounded by the Knicks. Payton with the basketball. They're down 3. Down to Randall. The pass set it all up.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Here comes the screen. Oh, he had him there for a second. Finish Finishing inside the paint on that one.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
To Payton. To Marcus Morris. Driving right to the basket. Short jumper won't fall.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
To Payton. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Indiana with the basketball. Almost. And he's not getting the call.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
Now the Pacers going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over in a one-point basketball game. New blood coming in for both sides. Pacers control. Too much contact, and free throws coming.
It's still early, so no real impact on. They're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
First free throw is good. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Has a chance. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
Not a Ferrari, definitely not a Lambo, but hey, get you from point A to point B.
Corner three at the buzzer. First quarter's complete. The Pacers have the lead. One quarter down. Neither side really distinguished itself. Jay, what stood out?
Well, first off, I'm going to take my analytical hat off and then put my fan hat on. This has been a blasé first quarter. Not good, not bad, right in between. Let's see how both teams come out and try to adjust themselves in the second half.
Oladipo. 4-3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes. Shot in slow motion, the backspin, it gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
Smith, the drive, right to the basket. Taj Gibson, he's finally on the board, makes his first shot.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
It's Indiana basketball. Shot from the lane won't go. Driving right to the basket. Taj Gibson pins it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Miles Turner rejects it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Working it outside. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Miles Turner trying to cash in on a three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Free throw good to finish off the three-point. Smith now into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Dennis Smith Jr. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Oladipo. To Turner. Swings it. Oladipo. Deep left corner. And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
And hits the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2. Smith with the basketball. Down 5. They go down low to Randall. Big finish that time for Julius Randall.
An easy 2. Get back on defense.
Pacers with the possession. To Oladipo. Screen coming. Oladipo guarded by Taj Gibson. Fires the 3 and drains it.
Don't seem shocked. This is how the game is played these days. Shooting a 3 is like shooting a layup.
Into the front court comes Smith. Down 6. To Taj Gibson. From the painted area, won't go down. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hand? To be able to have the concentration to finish with such a feathery touch in the midst of contact, that's something special to watch.
Screen coming. Goes to the left side. From long range. And the rebound comes down to Gibson. Smith into the front court. Trailing by 4. To Gibson. Taj Gibson. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Here comes the screen. Dennis Smith Jr. snatching it out of the air.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
To Julius Randall. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
Did you see that change of direction mid-flight? And also the English he utilized to spin the ball off the rim? That was a thing of beauty.
Indiana with the basketball. Oladipo. The screen sets him up for 2.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
To Dennis Smith Jr. Knocked loose. Pacers come up with it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Smith with it up top. They trail by 2. Has a look. Gets a look. Can't hit. To Oladipo. Looking for his man. Flushes down the slam. Jay, no question. There's an unspoken bond there.
Just on the same wavelength. And how about this? Sometimes a bad pass is a great pass when you have somebody as athletic as that can catch that anywhere and slam it down.
Gets to the basket and scores.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Pacers control. Here comes the screen. The Pacers with 4 to shoot. Mistake there as the pass stolen by the Knicks.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Now a whistle. It's over here in the second quarter. Changes coming from both sides right now. Smith to Kevin Knox. Trying to cash in. Deep 2 there. Won't go. Not that time. Smith to Julius Randle. Smith to Alonzo Trier. Down to Randle. Taj Gibson above the rim.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. To Julius Randle. And the slam.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Count the basket inside.
Oh, don't see the read. Be the read.
The possession lies with New York. probing the defense. Smith. They go down low to Randall. Nice pass to set things up.
And when the ball gets the defense rotating from side to side, you're bound to find opportunities for each other.
On a pass stolen by the Knicks. That's out of bounds. Last touch by the Knicks. Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions.
Number 25, Reggie Bullock.
And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
First one goes down. And gets both to drop at the line. Smith now into the front court. Down 4. Randall. On the Pacers come away with the steal. Here comes the screen. A drive down the lane, but the shot stays out. Smith with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Dennis Smith Jr. at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 69% at the line. The free throw is good. It's back to a one-point game. It's Indiana basketball. Here comes the screen. Shot by Reed misses.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
No good. Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen. To the rim, lays it up and in.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Into the front court comes Smith. They're down 3. Kevin Knox to Dennis Smith Jr. Fires the 3. Not that time. He missed it. Here comes the screen. Curling inside. Oh, mistake there as the pass stolen by the Knicks. Runner here won't go. On a pass stolen by the Knicks. To Kevin Knox. Add 2 points to the board.
If you're coaching against this player, you have to throw some big traps, some big schemes. How are you making this player think instead of just naturally reacting?
Five to shoot for Indiana. Has a chance. Shot by Warren, no good. Smith to Marcus Morris. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Time for some new personnel into the game. Alonzo Trier. Beyond the arc for three. Knox with the board. Smith into the front court. Leads one. Here's a chance from long range. Missed it. Oh, had him going there for a second. Nice pass to get things going.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Smith with it up top. It's a one-point game as we approach halftime. To Marcus Morris. And a 5-second back-to-the-basket violation is called. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The result, he's going to the line. Davon Reed at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 66%. First try at the line, no good. Knocks down the second after missing the first. He'll let one fly from half court. First half comes to an end with the Pacers in the lead.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a look at what went down so far in this one. The Pacers are in a close game thus far. Clearly, the number of three-pointers these guys scored in the first half was incredible. And if they can keep that up, it's going to be tough to keep that team down. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Indiana Pacers. The Knicks have kept it close after one half. And the offensive glass was their domain. They scored plenty of second chance points, asserting themselves in the paint. Have a look at the leading scorers for the New York Knicks.
Game trap. Steals.
Some very aggressive defense has allowed both teams to rack up a lot of steals. Ball security will be the key in the upcoming half, especially for the weakest dribblers. You know who you are.
Player of the half.
The film speaks for itself. He's definitely the player of the half. Now he just got to give an encore to get his team to win.
Who was gold?
can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in that first half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Defense! Defense, let's go!
Watch that cutter, I got the cutter, watch the cutter, watch the cutter. Screen coming, screen.
Shot from the lane won't go.
Cultures have communication. Great cultures have teammates that are willing to push you to limits that maybe you didn't even see that you had. But right now, there's no leader on this team. Everybody's just going their separate ways.
Oh, mistake there as the pass stolen by the Knicks. Kevin Knox. Had a chance, but it's no good. Turner. On a pass stolen by the Knicks. Randall. Oh, nice find for the basket.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Pacers with the possession. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
T.J. Warren trying to cash in on the three-point play. Shoots it at 75% for his career. Free throw's good. A three-point play. And with that, they go up by 3. Smith now into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
Here comes the screen. To Turner. And count the basket.
Look, do I love the versatility offensively of Domantas Sabonis? Yes. But let me tell you why I love even more. Sometimes you need somebody who just gives a hard screen. Somebody to put the defender right on their back. Send a message. That's what Sabonis brings to the table.
To Oladipo. Finish that. To Turner. Oh, Miles Turner. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Oladipo. And the nice finish at the rim.
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
Timeout here for the Knicks, as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Substitution being made in this one. With the interception, great defensive play.
More ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Grabs his own miss and scores.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Knocked loose. Couldn't keep it in. Out on Victor Oladipo. So the Knicks keep possession. The opposing coach is going to counter. Make some changes of his own. Taj Gibson to Payton. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Screen coming. To Turner. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Hayden into the front court. His guys down 11. Knocked loose. And they pounce. For 3, buries it on the catch and shoot.
And they're relentless with these long shots. It just seems like their spacing is perfect, and they come down, they know exactly where they want to be, and they're shooting the ball without hesitation.
Hayden with the basketball. Trailing by 14. Miles Turner. Huge block.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
To Turner. Oh, mistake there as the pass stolen by the Knicks. Short jumper stays out.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Hayden into the front court. Down a bundle. Can't connect from inside.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
Here comes the screen. Warren here against Taj Gibson. Turner. To Oladipo. The jumper's off the mark. New York Knicks basketball. Hayden. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, short.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Hayden with the basketball. His guys down big. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
On a pass stolen by the Knicks. Kevin Knox. Wide open look, won't go. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
To Turner. And he finishes at the rim.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Not that time.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Here comes the screen. To Turner. Goes to the right side. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Too easy. Defense has to communicate.
Drive. Make them take shots over your bigs. By you helping more, you're just leaving three-point shooters open on the perimeter.
Miles Turner tips it.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
To Kevin Knox. On the pass, stolen by Indiana. To Oladipo. Won't go down. Here comes the screen. Off the assist.
There's no better feeling after a game after you had 25-plus assists and you won the game, and everybody recognizes that it's time for their bank accounts to get rewarded.
Oladipo to Turner. Here comes the screen. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Mitchell Robinson with the block. That's his third block this evening. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Hayden to Marcus Morris. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
You see, Ed, this is where coaches get fired. It's great to have good offensive sets, but if you can't execute, then the play was a failure.
Had made his first three, but that shot off the mark. Works it. To Brogdon. Lets it fly from long range. Yes. Or in the case of the defense, not good.
And if you're towards the driver, that means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to your stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
To Alonzo Trier. To Marcus Morris. New York with 4 to shoot. 4-3. Contested shot, Marcus Morris can't hit.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
It's good, and one.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Malcolm Brogdon at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 87% from the line. Free throw good to cap off the three-point play as they continue to open things up here in the third quarter. Gibson to Payton. Screen coming. Nothing going here on that drive. Fires the three. Off the mark. No good.
Show me something better than that, baby. It's game time.
Indiana with the basketball. Got it.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
To Payton. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Over to the right side. To Turner. And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for 2.
Ed and I want to go home too, but fouls like that only stop the clock for all of us.
And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Coach of the Knicks signals for a timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Miles Turner sends it away. Oh, the hustle keeps the ball in play. To Taj Gibson. And he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's an even better play by the defender. I like the foul there. Send a message. Nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now. First one, count it. Able to convert on both free throws.
That's a mini bucket.
Pacers control. Taj Gibson with a piece.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Oh, mistake there as the pass stolen by the Knicks. Smith to the basket, but it stays out.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short on the shot.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
And count the basket inside. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Miles Turner. Time to shuffle things up. Ah, missed it. How'd that not go down? 3 quarters down. The fourth quarter coming up. The Pacers are feeling good. The Knicks to inbound here to start the fourth quarter. They're looking up at a big margin. And that, Jay, shouldn't come as a surprise to many.
Well, for them to have a chance to win, I'm glad they brought their A game in their backpacks here to the arena, but that's not enough. They need their A+ game, and they need to execute down the stretch. You need to throw everything in the bag at them in order to win this game.
It's Indiana basketball. To Turner. Nothing going here on that drive. Now preparing to shoot at the line.
Look, I get it. Being down sucks. But you can't just start haphazardly playing defense and committing silly fouls. Play this game with purpose.
Knocks down the first. And he makes them both. Smith with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Miles Turner able to recover with the block. Doesn't get the bounce. In the front court comes Smith. Looking to make something happen to Julius Randle. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. And a putback slam.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Miles Turner sends it away. Pacers with the possession. Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Rebound hauled in by New York. Smith into the front court. Down a bundle. Right down Broadway for the 2. Defender has to pick him up.
Ed, 2 years ago, I was sitting in the draft room absolutely shocked that Dennis Smith went at 9 in the draft. And when I think about this young man's game, he is just scratching the surface of what he can do. He finished tied for 4th among rookies in scoring last season, and I guarantee you his game is going to continuously go to different levels.
Cruises inside for 2.
I'm a little bit disappointed in the celebration right there, Ed. I mean, live your best life. I want to see a little bit more passion on the next play.
Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Good look that time, but off the mark. Smith with it up top. His guys down big. Gets it in the right corner. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Couple of cracks at the line now.
I don't mind that effort at all. At least they're still out here competing on the defensive end.
First free throw is good. Two for 2 on that trip. To Alonzo Trier. Could not throw it down. Another follow. No good. Throws it up. Oh, blocked away.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Short jumper won't fall. To Turner. And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
I don't know, Ed. Maybe there's a long-term play here. But next game, we're going to be aggressive early. Maybe.
Can't connect on the first free throw. Second one's good. Splits the pair.
Oh yeah, I like that.
To Dennis Smith Jr. Randall. To Turner. Taj Gibson swats it.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Lays it up and in.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Miles Turner slams it down.
And that transition offense was flawless. When guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency, you heard me correctly, a sense of urgency, you will get a great shot every possession.
Alonzo Trier. Short jumper off the mark. On a pass stolen by the Knicks.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. To Julius Randle. Can't miss those. To Turner. And stuffs it home. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
To Turner. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Miles Turner trying to cash in on a three-point play. He's been steady, 83% at the line. Free throw's good. Add one more to the total. This game feels out of reach. To Dennis Smith Jr. Right to the basket. Has a look. That's usually one that he'll knock down.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
To Gibson. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive.
Reggie Bullock at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 79% at the line. Free throw good, so they get the three-point play. But it's not much more than a drop in the bucket with the score right where it is. To Turner. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
To Payton. Driving right to the basket. TJ Leaf pins it. Stays in bounds. Really good hustle. Miles Turner rejects it.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
To Turner. Down to 5 on the 24. Off the assist.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
New York in control of the basketball. Hayden. Sizing up the defense. Here comes the screen. Trying to cash in. Slams it home on the putback.
There you go, big fella.
Almost unlucky bounce. Elfrid Payton, defended by Reed. From long range, they have to keep him in their grasp.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Screen coming. To Turner. Deep right corner. A drive to the basket, but it somehow stays out. Spinning shot won't fall. To Turner. To the outside. To Turner. Fires the three. Can't connect. Great feed. Big finish that time for Julius Randle. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
Now the coach of the Knicks gonna signal for a timeout as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Payton. Ellington matched up with Warren. To Marcus Morris. Five on the shot clock. Knocks it down off the step back.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
To Turner. It goes down.
This is where I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Turner. Oh, mistake there as the pass stolen by the Knicks.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Hayden into the front court. He'll run the offense. Good. Off a spin.
Come on, somebody tell me when he added that to his arsenal.
Oladipo into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. The pass set it all up. Desperation shot here from half court. This one to the Pacers as they cruise to win. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Pacers put one in the win column with a solid performance. You ask me, and I'll tell you, it was the ball movement that made all the difference. There's something to be said for a team that can win as a group, and that's what happened here today. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Indiana Pacers. The Knicks didn't get the victory they wanted here today. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the New York Knicks.
Game track. Assists.
The Indiana Pacers showed off the kind of team chemistry that coaches love to see from their players. The more they moved the ball, it showed how much they trust each other. In the end, they got to win, and it looked like they had a great time doing it.
Player of the game.
Miles Turner was aggressive today with his scoring, getting his points right at the basket. He put down a crazy number of dunks in today's matchup.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. We got our top 3 plays for you. Check them out.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here are the upcoming games for the New York Knicks. That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.